last week we left off with a good whiskey. It was the one that had Ardent Merkin in it, and it was 70% malt whiskey. It was a blended Scotch called McLean's Nose. So now I have 15, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 samples left from Tim, Donner's Pass Whiskey. And I'm going to choose one blind, totally blind. They're all these little bottles are below the screen. I will choose one blind. And it is Craigellachie 23, 46% ABV. This is from Phil and Deepa of Whisky Mystery. Oh, I was looking forward to this one. And I'm glad that it's this one that I chose, because I have been wanting to try Craigellachie 23 for such a long time. It's just not available. I get the 13 all the time, no problem. I can get the 17 if I search a little bit, and I do have about half a bottle of the 17 on my bar at the moment. But 23 in British Columbia, the Craigellachie 23 is unobtainium. And I got me a wee sample of it right here. Oh, this is going to be good. I can already predict that this is going to be good. You know, people like Donner Pass Whiskey and Phil and Deepa of Whisky Mystery have got it good, because they've got some of the best whiskey stores or liquor stores that carry whiskey on the continent. I mean, Total Wine is good, but down there in California, they've got places like the one that I keep hearing about is K&L whiskey. It's supposed in the Bay Area. I think it's in the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area. If I ever get down there again, and I've been there a few times, but should I ever go down to San Francisco Bay Area, I will definitely find the address. Well, I can do that online from here. Find the address of K&L liquor store and go down there when I got the address and visit. I might not buy anything, but I'd be really, really tempted. And maybe that's where this 23-year-old Craigellachie is from. This could have been from K&L. Let's get this open. All right, we have it open. I'm going to pour it in my Jason Whiskey Wise monkey whiskey glass that I got off Jason himself in London 5 years ago in 2019. Okay. This is from Phil and Deepa. Whisky Mystery. Oh, I'm getting a whiff of it already. Oh, it's smelling good. I'm getting a fruity whiff. This is from Direct Fired Stills, if I'm not mistaken, and I know they use worm tubs for condensation. I could always be mixed up on my facts, because I don't care so much about the facts as I care about what I'm tasting and what I'm nosing. And what I'm nosing. Del Monte Fruit Cup. Del Monte Fruit Cup with that sweet, thick syrup. Especially those marinated cherries, those cherries, Del Monte Fruit Cup. Oh, what I would give to have a can of Del Monte Fruit Cup right now. I did my groceries a few hours ago, and I didn't even think of getting Del Monte Fruit Cup. You know, I don't think I've had any of that since I was a kid. But the nose of this brings it right back to me. Oh. Excuse me while I just take in this Del Monte Fruit Cup. That's exactly what the nose is to me. Del Monte Fruit Cup. Oh, delicious. Delicious. Have I got any of my last whiskey in my mouth still? Let's cleanse that palate while we're at it. You get that oak cake action to absorb all the flavors that are left on my palate from the whiskeys I had before. I had an Adelphi single malt peated Isla Isla whiskey. And Tim said it tasted to him, or at least it said on his label, that it tasted to him like Caol. And I concur, it tastes a lot like Caol. It was a peated whiskey at 50%. The next one was the Ardnamurchan. Oh, not Ardnamurchan, but Maclean's Nose that contained Ardnamurchan, and it had 70% malted barley whiskey and 46% ABV. And I managed to sneak in some 10-year-old Shelter Point while editing, and there's just a wee dram left in there. Might have that after this. And of course, I'm having this wonderful Craigellachie 23, which I will never find in this province. Clean that palate. Okay, here we go. And it is 40%, 46% alcohol by volume. Okay, here we go. That first sip is just to get acclimatized. This is precious. I may never ever see this again in my lifetime. But now that I have it, I will enjoy it. Now that I've had the first sip, I'm getting acclimatized to it. I'm going to get all this gold foil off of the cap. I think I got most of it off the bottle already. Just this foil that's stuck to the cap. It's got an adhesive on it, and I don't know. I guess that was Phil and Deepa who put that on there to make it stand out from the rest of them that just have plain black caps on the bottles. Oh, come on. Get off of there. Okay, here we go. I know, I remember watching Phil and Deepa's Whiskey Mystery channel, and every time I commented, they both lit up. Their eyes lit up. As soon as they saw something from Food Quig, they just lit up and got all enthusiastic. And I can't help but get lit up and enthusiastic about this particular whiskey that they sent me. Or they sent me through Tim, through Donner Pass Whiskey. Don't have any stuck on. There's one stuck on my finger there. Okay, now I got a black cap. Good. Let's put this sideways to get the last bit out of it. Oh, I drank too much water. Okay. Second sip, here we go. Once again, on the nose, I got Del Monte Fruit Cup. I'm not getting much else. How long did Phil and Deepa have this bottle open? Yep. Del Monte Fruit Cup all over again. Oh. Oh. This is almost like a Japanese whiskey in that it's one harmonious whole. I have trouble picking out the flavors from each other. It's just a harmonious whole. All of the elements that are in this, everything that is in this, every piece, every bit comes together to make this one flavor. Wait. This one flavor with a slippery alkaline mouthfeel. This one flavor which, oh, it's exquisite. The dominant thing that comes out of it is those red marinated cherries from a can of Del Monte Fruit Cup. Wow. Nothing, like in the case of a Japanese whiskey, nothing comes along out front and bangs you over the head. It's all a harmonious whole, dominated by that marinated cherries of the Del Monte Fruit Cup. and the harmonious whole. Yes, with that marinated cherries up front. Oh wait, but there's a little bit more complexity here too. I'm getting a little bit of chocolate. It's not quite the Tootsie Roll chocolate of a Tootsie Roll. It's not quite a Tootsie Roll chocolate, but it's a little bit like that. But not exactly, not like in a Shelter Point, but there's a little bit of black licorice, anise seed. Oh, the complexity of this. There's little bits of things that come creeping out on the palate. And some of them minutes after I've sipped it. Mm. Oh yes. There's some savoriness as well. Oh, what is that? It's like black licorice and something else. Once again, those marinated cherries from the Del Monte Fruit Cup, but now it's becoming more savory. More savory and black licorice with a briny sea spray. Wow. There are many times where I did not get, when a whiskey was more than 18 years old, I didn't get the additional whatever it is that makes it special. But this one, oh, this one, oh. There seems to be more and more of that savory and black licorice kind of influence with every sip. There's more and more of that. More and more of that black licorice and brininess, savory. Oh, this is one excellent Scotch whiskey, and probably the best whiskey over the age of 18 that I've ever tried. A lot of those over the age of 18 that I've tried have been sort of, it was if you took an 18-year, 15-year-old whiskey and watered it down, and here's what you get. But this is something especial. I want to thank you, Donner Pass Whiskey, for sending me this, and I want to thank Phil and Deepa from the bottom of my heart for thinking of me and sending this to me through Tim. What a pleasure and what a treat this is. Especially since I may never get to taste this again. I thank you again. This is fabulous. This is a wonderful, wonderful whiskey. And I only wish that I could get it here. And if I could get it here, I probably couldn't afford it. Oh, I must extend to you a most hearty slanchava.
Food Quick. Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Yeah.